Welcome back to the channel name as ImMath. So today we'll learn how to create first Angular project. So what are the things required before creating the project and what we have, how we can create the project. So we'll learn in this video. S- So yeah, first we'll learn what are the prerequisites for Angular, like what is needed before starting the project. So what are the things you need to be, be prepared before starting the project. So those things we'll learn. Then we'll create one Angular project, and that what are the things you have required, so that we'll learn how to create and how to check the application. Then we'll go with the folder structure. What how folder structure is there in the Angular application. So these three things we'll cover in this today's video. So what are the prerequisites for Angular? So first of all, we need to install updated Node.js. So whatever Node.js version you have, so you need to install the latest one, so that so whatever updated things you have, so that you will get. So if you don't have Node.js, so then what you can do. So currently I have this like latest version of Node.js 20.11.1. Have this updated Node.js version. After that, we'll need a updated npm. So how you can check this? You need to go in the command prompt by typing cmd command in the Windows, and then you can check this npm minus v or npm hyphen v. You need to check. So this is updated version, and the next one what you have required is Visual Studio Code. Good representation of your code, and you will have multiple things there in the Visual Studio Code. So all the UI developers are suggesting to use Visual Studio Code only. So it will give you a simplified Angular code, and it will give multiple options to you, like error detection and all these things while you are coding the while you are typing or you are doing some coding. So it will give you some errors and all these things. So it is not good one and all. So that's why we need to use this Visual Studio Code. Now we'll go, if you don't have Node.js version, how you need to do this. So first of all, what you need to do, go on your Chrome and just type Node.js download. So it will give you the Node.js download, and open that link, and what you can do, you will get this type of Node.js, and you need to go on this Windows one, then select whatever you have, Mac source or Windows installation. So you need to go in the so whatever your system is, and then you need to install it according to your system. So after installing this, you need to check, go on again cmd and just check node hyphen v. Then it will give you good. So this is, if you are selecting this one, so here you can see the version. So the same version you need to see on this. It can be a greater number also. Yeah, next thing you need to check is like once you go check this node version, after that you need to do npm install -g at the rate Angular CLI. So this will be create a current version of Angular in your local system, and -g is used for global. So whenever, so in your system it will, so you can check anywhere that one. So this command will take some time, and then after this install, then you need to check npm -v and whatever version you have. So this is how you can do Angular installation. And next one, you need to go in the Visual Studio Code, and you need to download this Visual Studio Code. So you can directly simply you can do in the Chrome like Visual Studio Code download, and it will give you some link. Then you can come here and download it and then install it. This is how you need to do this installation. Now we'll go live and we'll check how. So now I will open the Visual Studio Code and we'll check. So, so first of all, I have created this one folder in the D drive Angular, and there, and in that we have I have created a project folder. Okay, so same way you need to create one folder for your Angular project, and we'll save all the projects in here only in this path. Next, I have opened this Visual Studio Code. Now what we need to do, so in the cmd we'll have, so here also directly we can open the terminal like a cmd. So we need to give a new terminal. Okay, so here and in terminal you need to go in the new terminal. So here you will go, so this will open your new terminal, and now we'll check one by one. Node, so here if you see, you have this 20.11.1. so this is a node version we have in I have in my system. Then I need to check the npm version as well before the project. You need to have this thing, otherwise it will not create. So yeah, npm version 8.19.2. so it is a version of npm. So and it is not an Angular version. Okay, project, then we'll check what is the latest version of Angular. It is, once we have done the we have created the project, there we'll see how we can check which version of Angular. And now we need to check ng version as well. So yeah, ng version we have. Okay, so Angular version is here. In your ng version you need to check this ng version in the command in the terminal. Then it will give you like this Angular CLI, and here you can see 17.2.2. so this is the Angular version we can say. Node also it is giving. Okay, and here also you can see this 17.2, 17.2, 17.2. So which version of Angular we are using? Angular 17 currently. Okay, okay. Now what we have to do to create a project. So yeah, first of all, what we need to do to create applications, we need to give this command ng new and then the application name. So we need to have this standard format like all small case letters, and then if you have words, 2 words, 3 words, then you need to make it a hyphen and then go with this small case letters. Okay, and second thing we need to have is, so this will create a standalone application, but we don't need a standalone application. We need a dynamic application, so that's why we need to make it standalone equal to false. So this will create a module in your application, otherwise it will create a by default standalone application. Okay, so this thing we need to give, and then we need to press enter. Then it will create a project. Then it will ask for, do you need which type of style sheet. So for now I am selecting this SCSS, SCCS. Then it will ask you to, do you want a server, enable server side rendering? No. So for now we don't need a server side rendering. And now it will start the start creating the application, and it will take some time based on your internet connection and all these things. So it will automatically create a folders, the default structure of the application. So yeah, now if you see here, package installed successfully, that means that the application is created successfully and successfully installed. So if we see here in the left side, we have this full, we have created this student their application, and you will see this type of. So first we'll go with this angular.json file. So here this angular.json file will be your configuration file. Okay, so whenever you have, so here it will have all the configuration what we have. So if you see here the project and project name, project, which type of application, then what CSS, what style we have given, right? And then standalone false, so that what we have given. Then the source root will be your this src. So here only you will have this all your files. So then prefix is your app. If you see here in the app you have this thing. Okay, now architecture is like you have build command, right? So build whatever. So yeah, just let me scroll it down. Yeah, so build, in the build command, what you have, like output path where you need to have this list folder. Then index will be your index.html. So if you see here index, this will be your file. Okay, so here you will have this title, what you will see on this browser, this title. Then whatever you have this like meta, it is required for this application, and this will be your icon. Okay, so from here href you will change the, if you need any other icon then you can change this, and you can put any icon there. Okay, and this browser will be your src main.ts. So if we go here and if you click on this, so this will be your, yeah, it will route to, automatically route to this app module. Okay, so this will be your starting point, we can say. Okay, so yeah, and then if you see assets. Okay, so in the, so asset will be created. So whenever you will require any additional files or any additional, let's say, images you will require, so only you need to put it in asset folder only. You can create a folder here images, and then you can put all the images whatever you require in the application. Or if you require any external json file or any jar or anything you will require, those things you will put here, additional files. Okay, don't put in app. So in your app you will have only your application code like html, ts, and these things. Okay, so these are in the assets. You, if you see src.favicon and then src.assets, so these two are references for the application. So this icon we are using, right, favicon.ico, so they are importing here, and these assets as well. So this will be also a part of your application. And then styles, so here style.css, so here you have one style.css. So this will be your global style. So if you created any style here, then it will be, you can use it in application, so you can access in any of the components or any of the files. Okay, that css whatever you will write here. And if you write css for the components, for specific components, then you will have css for that in that component file only. So no need to come here. Only if you need a global file, global css, then you can use it in this style.css. Let's say you need one button, so that should be a same in the application. So you can write as one css, and that css you can put here and you can use it in the all the components. So that it will apply only one css. Like this you can put here in the style.css. How to you how to you how to do the component based css, that will learn in the next videos. Okay, so this is what style css. Also here if you see this build only, we have configuration also, production. But if we are going with production, so yeah, this is what we have. And then ng sir also, so sir is also doing a build only. So if you see here build, so same way it will happen here. So it will also internally it will go with build only. And then we'll have test. Okay, so test, what configuration is required for the test. So now second file is your package.json. So if you see here, you have the start. So whatever we have checked now, so this is, so ng sir, so sir command will have those internally linked to this Angular. If you see here sir, so this is sir, and this command will execute. Same way build also we have. So here these are the, so first is name, what we require. So all the dependencies will be created in this package.json whenever we are installing any external external files. So those all will be stored in these dependencies. Okay, then we will see here a version, so you can give the version to your application. Then we'll see here scripts. So these are the scripts what we have seen in the Angular JSON. Then here we have dependency. So to start the application we need the start. Okay, means ng sir, you can do ng sir or you can do npm start, so both will work. Okay, to start the application. Then we have this dependency. So in the dependency if you see here, we are using Angular 17. So based on this dependency only we can say this version we have used. And then if you see here RxJS, so RxJS is also one external library, but by default Angular is using RxJS. So 7.8.0 RxJS we are using. Then TS library, then zone.js. So these are all external libraries. Okay, it will include it in this. So these are also external libraries. So if you say, if you have created and you have given this folder to your friend, so what he need to do, he don't need to do again this ng new and then. So what you need to do, just copy this folder. Okay, and just do here npm install. So once you do npm install, it will create all the dependency directly based on this package.json. Whatever is needed, that those dependencies automatically created in this node modules. Okay, so node modules you no need to give. Only without this node module you can give this folder, all the folders. So automatically if you do npm install, then based on this package.json it will download all the dependencies. Okay, so this will be your dependencies. All dependency will be stored in the package.json, and angular.json is your configuration file. Okay, so now we have seen, right, in browser we are going to main.js, so main.js will go first. This will be your first point. Okay, then it is going to app module.ts. So what is this app module.ts? Okay, so this app module will contain this declaration, imports, providers, and bootstrap. So this will be your starting point. Okay, so if you see here app module, so app component is created. Okay, so app component is nothing but this app component HTML, app component CSS, app component spec, and app component.ts file. These four things will have in this app component. If you check this, okay, so whatever internal components you have created, those will come in the declaration. But if you are importing it from some libraries, so those will become in the imports. Okay, so if you see this browser module, so it will be in the node module, Angular, platform, then index.js and browser modules, right? So this is external, that's why we are importing it. Okay, so imports, so these all you need to have imports. Then export also you will, if you need to export this module, let's say if you have another module, then you can do export as well. So you need to create your export. So provider is used for dependencies only. So let's say you have services and all services, so you can check this by going this what are the examples of imports, declaration as well. And this bootstrap will be your component, whatever starting point you have. Okay, and then we have this index.html file. So only this one file you will be there, where you will have head, body. Okay, so this will be your single page. Okay, that's why it is we are saying single page application. Okay, so this is what folder structure we have. And you need to all the your components and all these things, coding part you will have in this app component only. Okay, and assets you need to create all the external files if you need it. So those all external files, manual files, you need to create there. Let's say you need images, 4 images, so what you can create here one folder of images, and then paste those images here, and then you can use it in your application. So this is all about. Now we'll, let's say, how we need to install how we need to start the server, and how to check this application is started or not. So for that, if we see here in the package.json, we have the start. Okay, so this one you need to do. So before that, you need to come to this students pair application, right? Currently it is in the project only. So what you will have cd command, and then you can tab. Okay, so here if you see here students pair, and then enter. Okay, now we have in this so now we are pointing to this application. Now we can do npm start. Okay, so this command we are using, or you can do ng-serve as well to start the application. So internally it will do ng-serve only. Okay, and this we can do right now. So this is what we, if you see localhost 42, you can copy and just paste here, or you can directly type localhost 4200. Then if you go and if you enter, it will run your application. So this is your application what you are seeing, Angular, and then yeah, here it is saying hello, your app is running. Okay, so this is what. So yeah, in this way we have created a first application using Angular. We can say we have created the first project in the Angular.